Alright, we've had time to replenish our pint glasses, so it's ready for part 3. We're going to talk about the negatives, the bad bits.
I've got to say, by the way, I reckon this is all our favourite part, regardless of the game.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
This could be my favourite game ever. This would still be the most...
The trouble is, like, even when we did The Last of Us and we said all the bad bits, then in the comment section you go, well, people, you just telling, like, you know, you're not even saying the right sort of criticism of the game. Like, well,
that's why we put the good bits up front, didn't we? Because,
we
we want to be reasonably positive, but we also want to be balanced. I mean, like, you can get, like, a review of these games anywhere. The whole point is that we're supposed to be giving like a real perspective. We don't have any like agenda or otherwise, then we're quite angry people.
We buy our old games that we test, and we don't accept bribes. So.
We don't.
I'm open to bribes.
Oh yeah, Jesus Christ! Yeah, let's not advertise that.
Just write to bribes or to continue. Just write to I will make it out in cash.
800 bribes.
You can email us at mailers@quittercontinue.com for your bribes. Thanks.
Jack would really like naked pictures of Peppa Pig.
Peppa Pig eating a bacon sandwich. That's all sort of scat sticky.
God.
That's like a niche within a niche.
So,
what
bring us back to
about?
what we're actually talking about, which is negatives about Wolfenstein. I think a lot of the negatives that we're probably going to talk about right now are negatives that we actually brought up about the first game, which, you know, it's the same engine, it's the same, they've not really done any new dev work, so it's exactly the same thing. And I think the number one that we're probably all going to agree on is the fact that picking up stuff in this game is an absolute chore.
Press square, everybody.
Yeah.
So, you know, it doesn't auto pick up ammo. You have to press the square button over everything. And when you're kind of wandering about, that's fine.
And it's not just ammo, it's health, armour.
It's a lot, basically.
And that's the same button as your reload button.
And I think we said
that was actually my biggest issue with it. It's not even so much pressing the button, because it's annoying you have to press a button.
Yeah.
But if it was a different button to reload, or it was a completely separate button entirely, then fine. But there's so many times where I was trying to pick something up and my gun started reloading. I was thinking, I'm in the middle of a fucking war zone.
I felt like I was just constantly hammering that button anyway. So if I wasn't picking up, I was reloading. You know, I was just all the time.
And it's got that thing, and this is really annoying in games where you kind of look down at it and then you press the button and then it disappears, and you're like, oh, I've got to like move a little bit.
The knives are especially annoying for that. The knives, when you can throw a knife into someone from a distance, they'll kind of stick in them and they'll die, and then you have to go over to them and pick it up, but you never get the alignment, even if you're looking at it.
Actually, on that level, so one of my negatives, I even made a note of it, was actually having...
It's got the white man's signature of approval.
And if I make a note of it, it means it's really
Dave's
bad.
picked up a pen.
Family gather round. Family gather round.
It was in between checking Facebook and text. And
Sure.
But yeah, so they having two actions for one button, fine, you can do that.
Yeah.
But I felt like this game, I said before, it almost felt like it was designed for a PC because it didn't feel like the buttons worked. So the knife thing, for instance, is also the melee.
Yeah.
And so the amount of times I went to melee and I'd lob a knife, and I thought, it wouldn't be like I'd lob a knife at the person I'm trying to kill either. I'd just throw it over his shoulder.
Yeah. Then they go, what?
And also because of those sections where the commander bit you have to sort of sneak around and all that kind of stuff. The amount of times where I just sort of basically woke everyone up because of that, and I thought, well, these commander sections, they would be great, and I completely agree with you. I think it's a really nice kind of different way of playing that level. You can do either guns blazing or the commander bit. But I ended up finding myself going, you know what, I know I'm just going to cock up the button press at some point. I might as well just go in there guns blazing each time. And not only that, I'm really rambling now, but not only that, when you let the commander finds out you're there, this siren then goes off. And so pretty much I was playing the entire game with this...
I like that you're playing it like you're in the middle of a raid.
I wish the siren was like, you're shit. Dave's
here, everyone, Dave's here.
I say, like, guys, I'm here. Don't do the siren. Can you radio in or something? Because I really don't want to hear it.
Just ignore the siren, everybody.
Yeah,
just ignore it.
Just send a group email. Castle Wolfenstein. Dave's here.
I'll be up in an hour.
Fire alarm, 10 a.m. It's definitely not.
Oh god, but I found that so frustrating. So I know I've really moved on from the button pressing to the siren thing, but that was just my flurry of annoyances that happened.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I think, but the control system is also just a genuine irritation. I can remember, like, when you first come into Castle Wolfenstein, you're into a kind of, well, it's kind of like a bit of a, it almost looks like a library or a lab or something like that. And you walk in and straight away, and there's just a ton of ammo, armour, guns, bombs, the lot, and you're thinking, wonder what could happen.
This is going to be a really unactioned moment where I'm going to wander through.
But then it all kicks off, obviously, all the guys come in, and it started off with I think just the pistol. I was like, right, I need to get my machine gun out. Just was fumbling about, going, how do I change weapon? I can't even remember how to do this. It's so unintuitive, and I ended up like getting shot in the face, and I just kind of like, this control system is crap.
It's because
it was crap. It is crap.
Most first-person shooters on console, you're only able to pick up 2 weapons, and you flip back and forth between them. Whereas this game gives you like the old-fashioned Doom 3, Wolfenstein 3D era. You can pick up every single weapon that's around and always have access to them.
Which is good. I'd much rather that than just.
It's good, but it lends the issue that then, how do you select the right weapon?
This to me is why that kind of system works for a PC and not for a console.
Because you can push
the weapon
2,
wheel,
3, 4.
But you did used to do that, didn't you? You used to have
tried.
different controls.
Even Half-Life does that.
I don't have a problem with the weapon wheel. I think that's fine.
Really?
I just like the wrong gun. What I always go for actually is I'm always selecting double guns when I wanted single gun or vice versa.
You guys have got fat thumbs. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, maybe.
Well, this is the other thing. I actually found it difficult to get it in the right place to select.
Hey! As the actress said to the bishop.
Personal life is your personal life, Dave.
Wow.
Personal life inside, it fits perfectly. But to actually like, I get to the area.
Dave's weapon wheel.
No,
sorry, love, I've selected the pistol. Sorry, go on.
Kabow, it's gone off.
Double guns.
Dave's double guns.
Go on, Dave.
I forgot what to say. Anyway, so I'd get to the area where I think, okay, I want to. That's the machine gun I want, and all of a sudden it flip over because I let go of it would just piss me off, and I think this doesn't work. It doesn't work properly.
No.
Also, why aren't they using the touchpad for that?
Yeah,
Because that's kind of been introduced and forgotten about, hasn't it? That touchpad.
I think that would make sense for me. It made sense.
but the game also does things which are deliberately annoying. For example, there's a section later on where it puts you into a cutscene. You drop down through a lift, a vent lift.
God,
drop down
that's
to
so
the lift,
annoying.
And so it takes you down, and you do this kind of like section where you're taking down a soldier. Then you pop back up.
I
you're
saw
in a
that
lift.
bit 17
Obviously,
times
there's no like escape. It puts you with a knife, and then fuck ton of guys come through, start shooting at you, and you're like, you press this triangle, and it just flips to the knife again, and it basically strips you of your weapons.
The thing is, though, so that's just one of about 20 times the game does that to you.
Yeah,
it just drops you literally in the
cheats.
shit.
It cheats.
Yeah, and you're just like, oh, not again, and it just kills you every moment. So there's a boss in it, like this big muscly German fella. And there's a bit early on where early-ish on where he's kind of torturing you a bit, and then the natural break of obviously you don't die at that bit, spoilers. But the bit till you get away from him, it just sets up this horrific bit where you just got to run away from like a billion guys, and you can't run away because the only way to progress is by actually shooting them all. And it's just like, oh god.
And I think we're probably going to come to this multiple times, but the Bloodborne effect, which kind of maybe coloured Mr. Whiteman's opinion.
Yeah, let's call it the Whiteman.
Again, I just want to say it really didn't colour my opinion. It coloured my opinion of difficult games. That's all.
But the thing about the Bloodborne thing is, and about the order is, you die a lot in Bloodborne, but ultimately you do know that it's your fault that you're just haven't tried hard enough. You haven't done games like the Order and this game. They cheat you out of like they do a little sucker punch. It's lots of sucker punches, isn't it? And it's like, hold on a minute, come on, that's bullshit.
One of the things that I had my own little Bloodborne effect. So Bloodborne was the last game we played before this. Just
check it out, podcast.
Take a look at it.
Dave thought it was rubbish.
You'll find that the videos are on youtube.com/continue games.
Yeah, if you see the YouTube, it's a new video sharing website. That's
pretty good. I reckon it'll be good.
It's going to be a success.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, I've heard about Facebook, like
the Book Face.
Yeah, the Book of Face.
I reckon MySpace is going to be pretty.
Yeah, MySpace.
It's making a comeback. Spoilers. It's not making a comeback.
Friends are united.
So I had my own Bloodborne effect, which was we just played Bloodborne, where you've got to approach every fight really cautiously. You've really got to plan everything out.
Yeah.
And I was really looking forward to sort of a first-person shooter where I could go in, all guns blazing, just tear stuff up, have fun. So you pop this in. The first chapter is a stealth section. I don't mind the stealth. I like a stealth section.
Oh my god!
But I was not prepared for it because you've got to escape prison basically.
The most irritating bit of that stealth section you're talking about is it's not even like an irritating bit. It's just some stupid thing. The robots run rails.
Yeah,
they've got to walk. So you've created patrol guards where they can only walk to a certain extent and then not get any further.
Also, they're controlled by these humongous generators.
Yeah, with switches on them that you can just turn them all off one by one. So this whole section is you have to turn off the generator, depowers the thing, and you can kill the robots.
Yeah, knock their head off. But the thing is, like, who decided that was a good idea? I mean, and also, where are they patrolling? It's like they've got one guy patrolling up and down. Leave him. He's
Forever.
You don't need the other ones. It's over-resourced. You know what? It's Cameron's Britain all over again.
And the thing is, the Germans want to win this war apparently in this universe. So like they've actually done that, and they've still won the war. Like,
if Hitler arrived at this facility, he would be like,
"Oh,
guys!"
Do you know what, the opening section was I found outrageously difficult. Not just the stealth bit, but the bit where they first put you in with. Like they throw you into this quite small space, like they pretty much do for the entire game, and throw loads and loads of blokes at you. The amount of times I died in that because partly for that reason, where I was thinking to myself, you know what, I just want to kick back and shoot loads of things, and I felt like I've actually got to be a bit more careful, and I can't I just felt like there was just so much stuff at me. Like, I couldn't really.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to have everything, isn't it? They want you to be outrageous fun, but then they also want to constrain you at times as well. And you're just like, I've kind of bought this game just to blast a million people with some sort of weapon that fires lightning or something is preferably.
That's it, and it wasn't even like I had it on a particularly hard difficulty. I mean, it wasn't the easiest, but I think it was the one up from the easiest. And I was thinking, this seems too difficult, but only because it's just overpowered difficult. It's not like it's hard for me to shoot a guy or stuff like that. It just feels like
you do get swamped really quickly. Don't you? You've really got to sort of do some crowd control and
it's overkill, isn't it? Really, it's like. It's kind of, like that sequence at the end of The Order where they've just gone, let's just chuck everything in it. Let's just chuck everything at them.
And that happens all the time in this game.
And that also, what we talked about, didn't we, is like, there's the way this game plays, and if you get to start of chapter 3, this is basically emblematic of what the game is all about. Get to a section, they chuck everything in the kitchen sink at you again and again and again. It's basically like a it's almost like Horde in Gears, it's just like attrition. You just got to be like, oh god, we're doing this then, right? This is a thing, and you don't feel like you're kind of. It feels like a lot of arenas, to arena to arena to arena to finish.
There's no subtlety or there's no just the way the levels are designed. There's no intelligence to it. It's just like literally being hit by a train every time.
What was really weird was when it's not gonna be a spoiler, is it? But when the zombies,
the game has zombies first.
The game has zombies, I mean Nazi zombies, which for anybody who's playing Call of Duty Black Ops will not be a new.
It's because essentially it's referencing Wolfenstein 3D, which I think had.
Yeah.
Did it have that?
2000. Return to Castle Wolfenstein.
Okay, one of them.
Also, the 2009 one was like all occult stuff, which this references as well.
These have got to be the crappiest zombies I've ever seen. I mean, like they're just going to.
Hang on a minute.
They run at you every now and again.
They're fast, and also they've got weapons.
Some of them,
some of them
guns.
I didn't find them scary. I just like wandered around.
There was one positive I found from the zombies actually that was I quite liked. So you get to points where there'd be either zombies and like Nazis, or there'd just be Nazis and you shoot a Nazi to the point and he'd turn into a zombie.
Yeah, and then he attacks the other Nazis. That's the best part.
You sort of create these little fights going on. I quite liked that. I think that was
quite good. Yeah, I just thought,
but it wasn't enough, and
a bit underwhelming, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that whole scene where it's it's raining Nazis bit.
Oh my god, that was so.
That was a good line though.
Yeah. It's great.
It's raining goddamn nerds.
Do you know what? Had I not seen that in the trailer, that would have been positive. Because I saw it in the trailer, I was like, oh, you said it. The bit that I saw already. It was, I don't know.
That's like this game's I'm on the goddamn moon, isn't it?
Yeah.
It never gets quite as out there as that. Probably.
I feel like they didn't have time to do it.
Yeah, maybe not. It's sort of
such a short game.
Right, so there's a point you made that made me think about why this is not a good value game. Not necessarily not a good value game, but not like it's a bargain, great game. And it was the fact that it's the arenas thing.
Yeah.
So this
well,
is
that's what he said. Well, I'll take the praise.
yeah. But this is my issue. Is like the
That's my
entire
point.
like good point.
Actually, it was my point.
But this game,
Let's all say arenas.
it doesn't feel like it's like
Shut
the
the fuck
first game. It actually felt like you were at least going through the levels. It felt like you were actually moving through the levels.
progression.
Yeah,
But
it through the.
this game, it's like
the castle.
here's a map, and we'll just throw loads of people at you.
Yeah.
And to me, I just felt like it's not particularly interesting. The maps aren't great, and it doesn't feel worth it. And I felt like it was sort of, as much as it looked nice, everything looked nice. The actual level design wasn't great in that sense. I don't know. I think found it a bit cheap.
I think that's a fair comment. You know, it's not quite as intricate in terms of level design as the first one. And actually, in this game, there's a mode, an arena mode, which you unlock
Yeah,
as you
you're
play
supposed to go
through.
back and replay them, aren't you?
Which
those
I
bits?
will. I know I will
Oh,
never
no
do that. So I'm
way.
just not
No.
interested in that.
And
I
then
almost like laughed as that bit was suggested to me. I was like, obviously, I'm never going to go back, but thanks for now.
And then, of course, there's bits dotted around where you can go to sleep in this bed, and you basically bring up the first game, but you are wandering around. And I played this a few times, and it's male.
I finished one of the levels.
Did you? I was just like, I played it for like 20 minutes,
They're so
Oh,
long,
man.
those levels.
and I was just like, well, how do I get out of this crap?
But I think that in a way that shows how far games have come, because I think I played 4 or 5 of these levels, and there's one in the first Wolfenstein game. There's one of these levels where you go to bed in the base and you play one of the old school Wolfenstein 3D levels. In this one, there's 8 levels. And yeah, they are bloody long, and because the environment all looks the same, you've got no frame of reference.
Yeah,
So
like,
it's
where
like,
am I?
okay, I'm going. So you've got to fight your way through. Loads
And the
of-
dogs are particularly annoying.
Yeah, yeah.
because
The
they
dogs
just run
are
after you.
annoying, and you've got to pick up a key and then get to the exit, which is fine. But because you're going to room after room, you've got no frame of reference. And that, to be fair, that's exactly like what like how Wolfenstein 3D was. But we've come a long way since then. But you know, these throwback levels are just a bit of fun. You don't have to do them.
No, you don't have to do them.
I
But
actively didn't do them in the end.
I
I didn't
was
come across them.
I showed my girlfriend like other zombies, and I go, oh yeah, we got this bit, and it goes back into the retro, and went in there, and she was like, oh yeah, okay. And after about 20 minutes, I was like, how the hell do I have to reset
Yeah.
the checkpoint?
Either
now?
round
Yeah.
should gone.
The
She'd
weird
gone.
thing is,
She'd
as well,
left. She'd left me.
the ending doesn't quite work because you can
the-
walk into things and they kind of turn around as you walk into them. Has anyone experienced this? You can kind of walk into the barrels and they'll rotate as you
Well, that's
walk
just 'cause
into
it's
them, and it doesn't quite work very well.
What?
It's not done like the original. Try it, folks. I like to finish this section just by talking about one real bit that really, really, really annoyed me. So the game, as we've taught, it's unfair. And there's bits where it'll throw you against a robot in a very small room, and the robot will just blast you to hell. But the bit that really, really got me is there's a bit where you're in this kind of you're transitioning from an outside area from inside to an outside to an inside. So you're in the outside bridge, and they throw this massive dog at you, and it's a massive metal robot dog. And I don't know how I wanted to talk about how anyone here, and it's not really a spoiler, but how anyone here defeated that section. Because I just literally got as much health as I could in armor and legged it up the ladder that you had to pull down.
Oh yeah.
While the dog's attacking you and munching you. It's like the massive, not the normal dogs, the massive metal dog.
Yeah. Because
No, you have to-
the
Is there a way to kill that bloody thing? Because I must have done that about
Yeah, I
50
killed it.
bloody
I
times.
just pumped it for the.
You actually killed it by shooting
But the thing is,
Yeah.
we were sort of doing a Tom and Jerry routine where I was just running around in a circle.
Yeah, just going pop.
But it wasn't
You
very
know what,
satisfying.
guys? I think I did it right.
Ah, go on, enlighten us.
Because you notice he jumps over the cars.
I killed the cars though with him jumping over, but it still didn't seem to do
right.
anything. Did that kill him? For you?
Well, yeah, it helped. I mean, yeah, because then I started shooting him, and he went down quite easily after.
You know what? I didn't kill it. I legged it. Managed to get enough health and armor that I could pull the thing down and get up.
Well,
I literally finished with 5% of my health left.
Well, that, if anything, for me, says I didn't realise at any point in this game you could actually do what you choose to do. I thought the game told you how you're doing it.
So you triggered the cutscene basically by just running out of it.
Yeah, I legged it. Yeah. It's really hard to do it by running. Because usually, and I must have done it about 20 times or something, when you pull the thing down, it just savages you.
Because that's not how you're
It
supposed to
kills
do it, Mike. You're supposed to kill
Oh,
a
we're
fucking
to the
dog.
end. We're to the end. What can I say? But that bit just did my head in.
I mean, did anybody here not see that coming an absolute mile off? There was going to be an ambush at that stage.
But obviously.
It was
but
absolutely.
my
obvious.
issue was that thing when you shoot it doesn't give any signs that you've hurt it.
No.
Yeah.
So I was thinking like, how am I supposed to do this section? Am I hurting it by shooting it? Am I
Yeah,
supposed
at
to
least
run
with
away from
Bloodborne,
it?
there is a meter
Can
and stuff.
I just say as well, just when this game I thought this game couldn't annoy me anymore. I get to the boss section.
Just when I thought this section couldn't be any longer.
I know, sorry. But
you talk about the last boss.
The very last boss.
Right, with Dave. I'm with you on this.
Is honestly the most tedious thing ever. Like we talk about in the first game with the shoot the glowy thing. Well, I mean this boss is exactly holds true to that. Shoot the glowy thing, but repeat it 3 times and you've done the boss. But obviously every time you've done it, you've then got less ammo around the area, more guards come down to kill you. And all that kind of stuff.
Annoys me. Boss fights which throw in loads of goons to just you've got to take them out first. And...
but I tell you what, there was one thing that I liked was the fact that the boss went for the goons as well.
But there was one clever thing about it. The goon, the boss. Slight spoiler alert. The boss is blind.
I didn't notice that. So he went by sound.
So if you stay perfectly still, he won't attack you.
Right. Okay.
Oh, this is news to Dave. He's like,
well, the thing is, I understood that if I shot, that
he would
attack me, and he would attack me in that area. So every time I'd shoot him, I'd be like, right. But I thought, this is tedious, isn't it? I mean, and so you're supposed to throw grenades in its mouth and stuff like that. I think I'm missing every bloody time I throw a grenade. I thought, this is fucking bollocks. So I was getting really, really irritated by that boss. And had I not been irritated, that probably would have been okay. But because I was so irritated for the rest of the game, that became oh my god!
Bust the blood vessel.
The Whiteman Rage.
Yeah.
The Whiteman Rage.
The kids didn't get any teeth.
Honestly, it was lucky they were in bed already.
Alright, I think that's probably as much of a savaging of this game as I can take from us. So join us in a moment when we will be concluding this episode 13 of QorC Continue. We'll be talking about whether or not it is a good way to continue and a little bit of Little Jack's Corner.
Little Jack's Corner, Little Jack's Corner. Lots of things and stuff and crap. Yeah.